Hey, YouTube. I'm back. I'm back. And we're going to talk about USPSA this morning. So much has happened over the last little while since I've talked about this anyway. And I want to give people an update because people are curious what my opinions are on this sort of thing. Firstly, we've got some election results. Most importantly, I mean, to me, um, we have a new board now. So a few years ago, I said, this board, it's a cabal of midwits. They don't tell the truth. They're not transparent. The whole thing. We've talked about it for years. With Leighton leaving the board now and leaving in defeat, it really is a whole new crew of people. Leighton's proxy, I think Jim Adame, they were calling him Hot Dog 2.0. He lost his election here in Area 2. So that will be going to John Burt. And I like John Burt's attitude a lot better anyway, it's great. All these people that we wanted to get rid of for so long, they're finally gone. And that is fantastic. I'm very happy about that. And it's great that Leighton's leaving on a sour note of being defeated. So that is super. We've got a situation in Area 5 where that's going to a runoff election. It's Leif versus Chris St. Clair. I do think Leif is going to win that. Chris he got hemmed up in I think scandal's the right word, where there's a match that he was involved in with like 5 people on a weeknight and a shady edit after the fact. I mean, he's apologized for it, but people are not very forgiving about that stuff. Anyway, we have a new board finally after years. Uh, Now, I don't think new leadership automatically fixes anything. It's not like we just get rid of the old guys, get new guys in here, and everything's going to be fixed. But at least now the organization has a chance. They really do, and I think they've been getting the money stuff sorted out. I think they're getting a grasp of what's been going on the last few years. So all that's good. Now there's issues going on. The organization is not being run perfectly. There's a ton of issues. Really good example. They I believe they fired the previous managing director. I don't believe she left on good terms. I believe they fired her. And now they have a new managing director. So that's cool. That's great. And they really like the guy. However, when the internet started looking into it, there was a bunch of bankruptcies there. I think 3, which is a lot. And then people online started asking questions about this, and the organization put out a statement, which I thought was good. The old board would not have been so responsive so quickly. I thought it was nice that they put out a statement. But anyway, what ended up happening is they hired a guy that has 3 bankruptcies in his history in order to manage the organization, which that just doesn't look good. It doesn't matter if the guy's going to do a good job or a bad job. It's a terrible look. Not a good thing. I don't believe they knew about all the bankruptcies. I believe they knew about one. I mean, kind of as I can parse it out reading their statements about it, and I think they asked the guy about it and he gave him some kind of story. Now, I don't know what the story was or how that washes, but I mean, it's very difficult to talk about having one bankruptcy, let alone 3. It's very difficult to have 3 bankruptcies and sound smart when you explain why you had 3 of them. Like, that's just not the place I'd want to be in. But anyway, they ended up hiring this guy. So it's like, is that a perfect scenario? No. I hope it works out. I don't know if it will. Probably not, but I guess we'll see. I've seen some other stuff from other board members that I really haven't liked. So, for example, I've seen some screen caps of the Area 1 director sort of defending the board, I believe on Discord. And it's weird. It's weird. It's like a kind of an obfuscation style of communication where it's like, oh, yeah, we put it in the minutes why we did this. You look at the minutes and there's not really an explanation. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? So I haven't liked that. I saw in the minutes recently Frank, Area 7 director, everybody's friend Frank. Everybody loves Frank. But for some reason, he motioned to use a procedural rule to stop the membership from being able to like hear a conversation that they had. There was some kind of financial information in there, according to his motion. Now, that just isn't why people have supported Frank. Let me put it that way. That's not what they've wanted. Like, that was surprising to see that. It was disappointing. Didn't like that. So that's how it's kind of going. Like, on the broad strokes, a lot of progress has been made. Got a whole new board. I believe the organization is now back in the black, actually not losing their ass every year now. But it's not like it's perfect. There's going to be a lot of bumps in the road. Shit, I mean, I'm still banned for life as well. That would be nice if they gave me my membership back as well as the other people they kicked out sort of unfairly. I mean, they should be thanking me at this point. Anyway, also, they still have Troy working there and still have Jake working there, and those two getting fired would be excellent. But anyway, I know that's so much stuff, but that's what's been going on in USPSA. Again, I think if you look at it from 30,000 feet, there's been a lot of progress, and I think the protests are going to slow down next year. Some people have left the organization; they're not coming back. Other people have just kind of like, "Yep, we made the point we wanted to make. We've seen enough, or we've seen the changes. I'll at least want to be a USPSA member again," and so on. I think the protests are going to die off pretty quickly because, well, they're running out of stuff to protest. Anyway, that's what I've seen with USPSA. If you guys want to talk about it more, questions, comments, put it down at the bottom.